time, relatives, and health. There was a man named Mark, who lived in a small town in the countryside. Mark was a hardworking and determined individual who had always dreamed of starting his own business. He had grown up in a family of farmers, but he knew that he wanted something different for his life. One day, Mark decided to take the plunge and start his own business. He had saved up enough money to open a small hardware store in the town center. He worked long hours every day, making sure that the store was always well stocked and that his customers were satisfied. Despite the long hours and hard work, Mark was determined to succeed. He knew that success would not come overnight, and that he would need to be patient and persistent. Mark's family was supportive of his decision to start his own business, but they were worried about his health. Mark had always been a bit overweight, and his family was concerned that the stress and long hours of running his business would take a toll on his health. Mark listened to his family's concerns and decided to make some changes. He started taking breaks throughout the day to go for walks and began eating healthier meals. He also started going to the gym a few times a week to improve his overall fitness. Months turned into years, and Mark's business began to thrive. His customers were loyal and satisfied, and he had even opened a second location in a neighboring town. Mark's hard work and determination had paid off, and he was proud of what he had accomplished. However, one day Mark received some devastating news. His mother had been diagnosed with a serious illness and would need to undergo extensive treatment. Mark was devastated by the news and knew that he needed to be there for his family. Mark made the difficult decision to sell his businesses and move back home to help take care of his mother. He knew that it was the right decision, even though it meant giving up the success he had worked so hard to achieve. Over the next few years, Mark spent every day with his mother, taking her to doctor's appointments, cooking healthy meals, and spending quality time with her. Despite the challenges, Mark was grateful for the time he had with his mother and for the lessons he had learned along the way. Years later, Mark's mother recovered from her illness, and Mark knew that it was time to start his own business once again. He had learned that success wasn't just about hard work and determination, but also about taking care of your health and being there for your family. Mark started a new business, but this time he made sure to prioritize his health and his family. He worked hard, but also made time for exercise, healthy meals, and spending time with his loved ones. Years passed, and Mark's business continued to thrive. He was proud of what he had accomplished and grateful for the support of his family. Mark knew that success was never guaranteed, but with hard work, time, and a focus on health and family, anything was possible. As Mark's business continued to grow, he began to hire more employees and expand into new markets. He never forgot the lessons he had learned from his earlier experience and made sure to prioritize his health and family above all else. Mark's success also brought him closer to his extended family. He had always been close to his parents and siblings, but as his business grew, he had the opportunity to connect with his cousins, aunts, and uncles. They were proud of what he had accomplished and appreciated the values he embodied. Mark's success also brought him recognition in the community. He became known as a dedicated and generous business owner who was always willing to lend a hand to those in need. He sponsored local events, donated to charity, and worked closely with other business owners to promote the growth of the local economy. Despite his success, Mark remained humble and grounded. He knew that his success was not solely due to his own efforts, but also the support of his family and community. Years later, Mark's children began to express an interest in the family business. They had grown up watching their father work hard and succeed, and they wanted to be a part of it. Mark was thrilled to see his children taking an interest in the business, and he began to mentor them, sharing the lessons he had learned throughout his career. As Mark grew older, he began to reflect on his life and all that he had accomplished. He was proud of his success, but he knew that his greatest achievement was the family he had built and the relationships he had nurtured. He knew that time, family, and health were the most important things in life, and he had built his success around those values. In the end, Mark's success was not just about the business he had built, but about the life he had lived. He had built a life of purpose, integrity, and compassion, and that was his greatest legacy.